So there's something that really intrigues me. And it's something you guys just, I don't understand it. It's very confusing to me, and I'm trying to figure it out. Let's say you have a website and you need to get some work done on it. I'm getting, just this month alone, I've gotten 20 requests from people from California, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Arizona, Texas, Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, New Hampshire. Just tons of clients. They end up calling me up and they say, hey, I got a problem on my site. I just hired three guys to fix it. Nobody could fix it. You know, what's the difference? What do you do? What's going on? My response is, my first question to them is, so you paid them? And they say yes. So you hire someone to do work on your site. You pay them in advance because that's what they're requesting. Okay. I want all you guys to do one thing. If you need some kind of work done, especially like that on a website, there's a safe zone for everybody. Okay. And the way that safe zone will work is you have a developer or you have a designer. Okay. Anybody can design a great looking website with today's CMS systems, tools, and productivity options. Okay. Anybody can design a Weebly, a Wix, a WordPress, a Magneto, a BigCommerce. Anybody can design it. Functionally, 80% of those people cannot develop it. Okay? When you are looking to hire somebody for your web project, unless they're posting blogs and adding a few pictures, maybe you need a web designer. But if you need something on your site to function and to work and to talk and to pull information from databases, then you need a web developer. Okay, and you have to understand the difference with, have they developed websites or have they designed websites? And stop paying them up front. Let me just, because I went off topic, let me go back. We'll go back to the safe zone part, right? There's a safe zone. The safe zone is this. I'm a web developer. I develop websites. People call me up. They're having a specific problem or inconsistency in their current build of site, no matter what it is. I resolve those issues on a consistent, regular basis. Doesn't matter the issue. I resolve issues that other people created, that they may have created trying to update something, and we resolve those issues. How I approach all of those situations is I've never had a client pay up front, okay? I won't do it because there's too many horror stories, and maybe I won't be able to fix the problem. I mean, I really haven't had that scenario happen as of yet, but it's, it's potential. I'm not the god of web development, so at some point I'll reach a site that I can't fix, and I wouldn't want to charge somebody for something that I can't fix, right? When you're hired to do that one thing and fix that one thing. So the way that I do it, and the way that I would suggest you make the developer do it, is, me personally, if you are a reliable developer, you have your own tools, you have your own processes, you have your own, multiple hosting accounts that I can set up staging and development sites. I can do them on, regular desktops and publish them myself, host them myself. So what I do, though, is I'll actually publish it to a dev domain that I have, okay, that I have a very high level of hosting resources dedicated just for, a VPS service that's just for me to utilize, right? No, it's not shared hosting or anything like that. So in that case, what I do is I will get the login access to their site. I will make a copy of their site and I will transfer it over to my dev staging area is what I consider it. Okay. Now, I will test that site in a few different ways. I will remove anything that needs to be removed that shouldn't be there. A lot of times, you know, I end up going on a site, they got Visual Composer, Beaver Builder, Elementor all installed, and they're saying every time I go to edit a page, it's not showing up, or it's showing up backwards, and, you know, it's inside out, it's upside down. You know, you got to realize, you got to do a little homework when you want to install certain things, especially into WordPress sites, for the integrations or the customizations you're looking for. If they all do the same thing, they shouldn't all be installed. Okay? And you need to go through and pick the best one that fits you for your needs and who's going to be editing the site. I really only recommend Visual Composer, WP Bakery, just because of, especially if you have the updated versions, they're very customizable and they work flawlessly. But let's get back on the topic here. I will take that, set it up in my dev staging area. I will go through the problems with the site, make sure that, you know, I know exactly where it's coming from and what's causing it and how to resolve it. I will resolve it on the demo site to a particular point, and then I will say, hey, shoot the customer an email, let's have a call pretty soon. Text, let's have a call. They call up. I say, can you go to my dev domain? I send it to you in the email. Take a look at what we got. This problem can be resolved and is resolved. At that point, I've done my work. We can see that their site is running. It is working. The problem that was there is now fixed. All we have to do is transfer it, you know, basically update those customizations or, you know, that build back to their site in working order, and we have a resolved situation, right? The client pays me. I finalize the changes on their site. The work's already been done. They know it can be done. They can feel comfortable to pay because they can see it in a working environment. That really is the best way to do it. Because if you mess around, you know, just an hour ago, I got another call that made me, you know, sparked me to make this video. I got another call and said, hey, I just paid a guy $300 to build, you know, a customized booking software into my WordPress. And, you know, I've talked to him for 5 days. He still can't do it. I paid him $300. And I said, well, can you send me a link to the booking software? Maybe it's not compatible with WordPress or the plugins you're using. Well, basically, it's not a plugin. It's a script. So that script has to be installed in the back end on the server side cPanel situation for that. So once, you know, the guy's trying to figure out how to do it, I'm not even sure if he read the documentation that comes with scripts, or it comes with the software that they bought that you know, basically gives you all the information on if you want to customize it or if you want to install it or add it to different CMS platforms. So basically, I mean, within 40 minutes, it was installed and set up, and her site was backed up. I mean, that was start to finish, 40 minutes, you know, literally. And, you know, in situations like that, you know, usually it's a $300 integration. I only charged her $100. She ended up sending me $200. You know, and again, for me personally, I don't look for fast money. You know, I'm not sure how other people do it, but, you know, my main business is from recurring customers. So what I do is I look for not a quick sale. That's the last thing I'm looking for. My customers, they can negotiate with me all night. You know, it's really just my time we're paying for. So at any amount, I'm really making a decent profit. So, you know, I try to make sure that I give them the best deal, so the next time they run into a problem, there's no question they're going to call me. I'm going to tell them a number, and they're going to say okay. And there's not going to be, you know, okay, I don't know, is it really worth this? They already understand the value that I'm going to bring is going to be much higher than the value they're going to get from somebody else, and they're never paying up front until they see a finished product. I mean, and that's with everything. It's just the only way I see to do business when it comes to a service industry like that. You know, you go get your car repaired. You don't pay for it before it's repaired. You pay for it after you pick it up. You know, so you can see what's going on. If there was a collision, you see what's going on. You know, you have a cleaning service come out to your house, you usually pay after they're done cleaning. You can kind of walk around and see and say, hey, okay, this got cleaned. You know, there's a lot of services. Take your car to get detailed, same thing. You know, at least in my experience, you know, most of the time when you pay for something up front, I mean, I understand that some people might not pay, but I don't run into that issue. So I've had one client, which was a very high profile client that does some very high profile art, that didn't pay, and you know, he just didn't see the value in today's technologies and designs, and you kind of just take that at a loss. I mean, it's only my time, so you know, it would have been nice if he did, but he didn't. So we kind of just move on from that. But again, it's hard to say. I've done a lot of small sites, a lot of medium sites, you know, hundreds of big sites. I've got 1,000 sites, though. There's no question. I've worked on 1,000 sites. Actually, more than 1,000 sites in 13 years. You know, and really the main message of this is just make sure if you're going to get some development done on especially your brand online and your site, don't pay for it up front. I mean, if you're doing something that's a $50,000, you know, development, then obviously we're at a different level. There is 25% in contracts and different stuff. But if you're not running, if you don't have a contract with a reputable company that, you know, has, you know, some sort of online presence that you can look at, and a lot of you guys are just going for developers, online Craigslist ads, because you're looking for the cheapest way out. But the cheapest way out, it doesn't give you the best results. It doesn't give you the best experience. When somebody only wants to email or they only want to text, when they could be, you know, my clients got my direct cell phone number. If they call me and my phone rings, it's getting picked up. That's the bottom line. And I have some customers that'll call me every half an hour, you know, but you know, I have a bad habit with that. I can't. Communication is key. And I have to answer the phone, and just to make sure, you know, we can get everything resolved, and I do. We have a video coming out soon with a few client testimonials, and they're not even local. They're actually going to take care of some testimonials for me. And like I said, a lot of it's just resolving problems that people say can't be done. You know, when you have the right team, and you take your time, you know, anything really can be done. And, you know, I love it. So, thanks for watching. I'm at 14,400 right now at the recording of this video. LinkedIn followers. So, I'm trying to get to 15,000 before the end of the month. So, we'll see. We're going to start doing some cool stuff. So, again, thanks for watching, and don't pay up front.